Okay, so we were at the hospital, and let me just add, throughout all this time, their dad did come. He came a few times. Like he came while they were at the other hospital. He came while we are at this hospital. He came a few times, and his mom and some of the family also came to see the kids. So they did come. So it's not like we didn't see them at all. Um, but we were living in this other city in this Ronald McDonald House, and it was like every morning. Sorry, hold on. What is that? Sorry, I heard something. I don't know what it was because my kids are asleep. So I was like, what the heck? I'm in here alone. But anyways, so it was so stressful. Like you had to every day you wake up, take a shower, get dressed. I had, my son, the one newborn with me. Um, and then I had one newborn over at the hospital for this surgery. So me and my mom would alternate, like who's gonna go over there first. And then sometimes a lot of days I would just sleep at the hospital. I wouldn't even come back to the Ronald McDonald House. So then my mom would have to just stay with him. Like my mom stayed with Aiden a lot while I was at the hospital with my daughter. Um, so because there was like a little bed area in the room, and I would just stay in there with her. Um, but then we would alternate. It was just so much, so much. It was a lot. So then it came time for the surgery, and the first day the doctor rescheduled, which I was so thankful and grateful to him for doing that. And he said, he came and apologized and told me he wasn't feeling 100% that day, so he'd like to reschedule to the next day. And I was like, I appreciate you doing that because I want you top tier when you do the surgery. So by all means, do that. I appreciated him for doing that. So the next day we went forward, and it was because every morning, like a team of doctors would walk through the hospital, through the floor, and they would stop at each room and talk about what they're doing. So I don't know if this is like a training hospital, but it seemed like that type of, like they would all come, and then when they came to my room, I would go stand there and talk to them, and they tell me where we at with my daughter, and I would ask all kind of questions. I'm asking questions because why the heck not? So every morning we'd have to, they would go through each room and debrief, and I would just be sitting there, and they'd come and talk to me, and we'd be like, where are we at today? And talking with the group of doctors and nurses that came to the each room. So surgery went well, beautiful. um and that's pretty much it. I think we stayed, I don't know, maybe a week or so. I don't remember. But then we were able to finally, actually, from that hospital, she went back to the other hospital. So then we were back in the hospital in my city, and then from that hospital they released her to come home. But it was a minute. Total, I want to say she was in the hospitals, all the hospitals, over 2 months. It was time. Um but I feel like she came home by Christmas, like right before Christmas or something around Christmas. Um, I was just so happy because finally I had both my kids in one place, and I didn't have to split my time and divide my time. I don't even know how I was able to go through all that. I'm very thankful to my mom and my daughter. Without them, it would not have been possible. It would not have been possible because I'm one person. How would I have been able to be there for both my kids? Um, it was a lot, and that was just the beginning. There's plenty of other things, with them being premature, because they were 32 weeks and 5 days. So with them being premature, there just came lots of other health things that we had to go throughout the first few years. Um, and then they had eye issues. They both wear glasses, and she had a coloboma. It was just a lots of things that came up. But we managed. And not only managed, but we thrived. And I won't say they're perfect now, but they are thriving. And it is so eventful. Kids are a lot, and Kids are a lot, but I don't regret any of it. I love my kids, and we went through a lot, but it was all worth it. It was all worth it. But I know some of those doctors, even like, I just know they were just thinking, like, this lady is crazy. She is not even crying like she's supposed to be. I mean, and I was, but just not in front of them, and they didn't see it because, you know, I was praying, and I know what I believe, and I know my God, and He comes through for me. So what am I? Why am I crying over what you're saying to me when I know what He said to me? What He said is holds way more value than what you're saying. You're just telling me something you read in a book or you think, you know. But I know what I know, so I know my kids are gonna be fine. So it was really a lot, but let me think. I'm trying to think of what else. Hold on, give me a minute. So I just thought about this too. Like, you know, finally we're getting to a sense of normalcy. My kids are good. We had everything, you know, was pretty much healthy for the most part. Not anything crazy. Because we had a lot of asthma and breathing stuff when they were little. Like, oh, it was so much to overcome. I'm thankful we don't have those issues anymore. But my kids were a year old, and I was walking through the house. So it was me, my mom. My mom wasn't there yet. She came after. So it was me and my twins, and then my daughter and her 2 kids. She had 2 kids by then. So my granddaughter was like a year older than our kids, and then my twins and her baby were all the same age. So it was like basically like triplets and an older kid is what it would feel like in the home. So there's toys everywhere. Oh my goodness. So I remember I walked in her room one day, and she had toys everywhere, and I slipped on one of the toys and fell on I was wearing them stupid Crocs. I swear to God, that's why I don't wear Crocs. I broke my leg in 2 places, my tibia and my fibia. I think that's what they're called. Anyways, 2 breaks. So, it's crazy. I had to go to the hospital. I'm in there for like, I don't know how long I was in there, but meanwhile, I still have twins. My daughter's home with like 4 kids now. So then my mom came. She came to help us because that was a lot. I had to have surgery. They put a rod in my leg. I have like a long metal rod in my leg now. And when I got home, I was in a wheelchair. I tried to be on one of those scooters, but I did not have the coordination for that. I was like, dude, I'll break the other leg. So I was like in a wheelchair on crutches. And then let me tell you, because I was on the 2nd floor. So to do anything, like to leave the house, I had to go down the stairs, and I'm like hopping. I would carry the wheelchair, slide it down the stairs, then I would hop down the stairs, then open the wheelchair, get in it. And then driving my car was hard because I drove a stick, and it was like the leg, you know, you need both your feet. And I had a really small car, and I was trying to throw this wheelchair in there. Oh my God. It was so much. It was so much those days, let me tell you. It was a lot. So, but I mean, gosh, just imagine. I can't even imagine all that. I don't even know how I made it through that. That wheelchair thing was a lot. Even doing laundry, because I didn't have a washer and dryer in my apartment. I had to go downstairs to the washer dryer place. So I would like put my clothes in a big old thing and then slide them, like basically throw them down the stairs, because they would just like boom, boom, boom down the stairs, and then they would be at the bottom. Then I would have to go down the stairs, and I would really just slide down the stairs. Then I'd have to get all my clothes. I'd sit in a wheelchair, put the clothes on top of my lap in the wheelchair, roll to the place, get over there, do the laundry, then roll them back. Oh my God. What? So you know what? That's what I mean. I have listened, get it out the mud. Like, somebody should have told me I had wings, because it was a lot of times I could have used them. So, anyways, that's just a glimpse into my world of when I had the twins. There was a lot going on back then, let me just say. Yeah, fun times. Yay.